Have you ever wondered what would happen if the ground beneath your feet suddenly disappeared? Imagine, one moment you're standing on solid ground, the next you're plummeting into an abyss. This is not a scene from a science fiction movie, but a real-life natural phenomenon called a sinkhole. They can occur anywhere in the world, causing dramatic and sometimes catastrophic results. So, let's plunge into the unknown. Today, we dive into the mystery that is sinkholes. Sinkholes don't just appear out of nowhere, they have a fascinating formation process. Now let's dive in and unravel this geological mystery. It all begins beneath the surface, where soluble bedrock such as limestone, dolomite, or gypsum lies. Over time, rainwater, slightly acidic due to the absorption of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, trickles down and dissolves this bedrock, creating a subterranean void. This process, known as dissolution, can span over hundreds, even thousands of years. It's a slow, persistent erosion that chips away at the bedrock, bit by bit. And as the soluble rock dissolves, it leaves behind a subterranean cavity, a hidden void beneath the surface. However, the story doesn't end here. Above this void, the ground remains intact, creating what geologists call a roof. This roof, often made of soil, clay, or even a thin layer of bedrock, conceals the void underneath. But this roof isn't as sturdy as it seems. Over time, it weakens due to the absence of support from beneath. And then, one day, it happens. The roof can no longer bear its own weight. It collapses into the void, taking with it anything that was unfortunate enough to be on top. The result? A gaping hole in the ground that we commonly refer to as a sinkhole. So, this is how a peaceful ground can turn into a terrifying abyss in no time. Sinkholes are not just an earthly phenomenon. They've been spotted on other celestial bodies too. Yes, you heard it right. Our universe is much more exciting and unpredictable than we can imagine. When we gaze beyond our world, we find that Mars, our neighboring planet, is also home to these fascinating geological features. Here's a twist though. These Martian sinkholes aren't formed by water like the ones we're familiar with on Earth. Instead, they're formed by carbon dioxide. As the Martian winter sets in, carbon dioxide ice forms a protective layer over the ground. When spring returns, this ice layer sublimates, or turns directly from a solid to a gas, leaving behind a gaping void. This process, similar yet different to the one on Earth, creates what we can call Martian sinkholes. These alien sinkholes remind us that we're part of a dynamic, ever-changing universe. Humans, with our activities, can also be the creators of sinkholes. While nature has its own mechanisms to form these geological phenomena, our actions, intentional or not, can trigger their creation. Let's take a look at how. Mining activities, for instance, often involve the removal of large volumes of earth and rock, leaving voids beneath the surface. These voids, if not properly managed, can collapse, creating sinkholes. Similarly, drilling for resources like oil and gas can destabilize the ground, leading to similar outcomes. Excessive groundwater pumping is another human activity contributing to the problem. By removing too much water from the ground, we alter the pressure balance that helps support the soil and rock above. This imbalance can cause the ground to sink, forming what we know as sinkholes. These human-accelerated sinkholes are a testament to the profound influence we wield over our environment. They serve as a vivid reminder of the delicate balance that exists in nature and the need for us to tread carefully. It's a stark reminder of the impact we have on our planet. Sinkholes, a natural and sometimes human-induced phenomenon, are intriguing and terrifying at the same time. They give us an insight into the dynamic nature of our Earth and even other celestial bodies. Formed through the dissolution of soluble rocks, these geological features can appear suddenly, swallowing up anything unfortunate enough to be in their path. We've delved into the fascinating world of sinkholes, exploring their formation process, from the initial erosion of soluble rocks to the final catastrophic collapse. We've ventured beyond the confines of our own planet, highlighting the existence of these captivating features on Mars and other celestial bodies. But sinkholes aren't always purely natural phenomena. We've also touched upon the significant role human activities play in their formation. Unregulated construction, groundwater pumping, and mining can all accelerate the process, leading to devastating consequences. So next time when you're walking around, remember that there might be more beneath you than you think.